It is time.
This is an artist. His name's Bill Laurance, off an album Swift in 2015. He's a member of the jazz fusion and funk band Snarky Puppy. Do you listen to much Snarky Puppy?
Oh, yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, he's the founder and CEO of a London-based record label called Flint Music. He collaborates with guitarist, singer, and songwriter David Crosby frequently. And in 2018 interview, Crosby described Laurance as one of the best piano players I've ever met in my life. So let's check it out. Bill Laurance, this is Red Sand.
I like the studio video.
Love that groove, right?
Yeah, that xylophone sounds great. I like that shuffle beat.
I really like the unexpected electronicness of it.
Yeah, I thought that it was fascinating that each of the xylophone and the synthesizer, it seems that they really, really worked hard to get those sounds, because those two sounds are like the whole song to me. Is that xylophone sound with that like after reverb effect? It sounded great. What did you think, Aaron?
I love that, like, they laid down a really deep pocket to play over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that groove's really thick. And it's super simple. Like you said, that shuffle is really groovy. And it just made, like, this awesome blank canvas for them to play over. It's super cool.
Mm-hmm. It was giving me, like, Thievery Corporation Bonobo vibes.
Yeah, I can totally hear that. I just, like I said, was surprised with the electronic part that came into it. It definitely has a nice, cool raw sound with the drums and everything, but when the synthesizers come in, it kind of just makes it into more of like almost like a dance EDM kind of song.
Yeah, it got kind of trippy there for a second. They started taking us into space for a brief moment.
Yeah, and I like how they introduce strings. It seems that they keep like backing up and introducing like a bigger and bigger band.
Right.
Really unusual phrasing.
That bass player and drummer are lockstep.
Right. He's killing it. That drum sounds so fat. Such a huge sound. Dope. Dope.
So good.
I like that kind of glitchy that they're doing right there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
I love that ending.
Man, I could have listened to that forever.
Oh yeah,
Right? Let's just do that over again.
just
We'll
over and
keep
over
going.
again. So let's watch the whole Bill Laurance catalog.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into it. That was crazy. I really liked how, like, out of the convention, the way that the solos were bubbling up. It's like it wasn't normally when you listen to this type of band, it's like you kind of are like, okay, here's the beginning, and then they're doing this, and then he gets a solo, then he gets a solo, and then they do that, right? But this, like, the whole time I was like on my toes, ready for what was the next thing that was going to spring up.
Over the course of the whole thing too, it was like it started kind of light and felt kind of airy, and by the end it was dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It built to this crescendo at the end that was really dope.
Yeah, it felt like the beginning they like dove and then like they just never stopped. They kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper and didn't like come up for air like, you know, bands normally do. Like they'll kind of like go a little bit off the rails and kind of get all kooky and then like snap back, you know, formulaically to where they need to go. And this was kind of like, you know, hey, we're just going to keep going. And I kept just thinking like it's like the coolest jazz I've like ever heard. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to say it. I felt like a badass just listening to it. I felt like a better person after hearing that. You know what I mean?
It changed my DNA.
Yeah.
Vibrationally, I am changed now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like how, like I said, how it kind of open an area was at first, and they like by the end of it, like they just got stanky. Mm-hmm. That bass and drum interplay, that bass, I mean, it was just like crazy. And I was wondering if they were doing some of the stutter things where
I thought
they
it
were
was
doing
something
with the
was
video.
wrong with the feed for a second.
I don't know.
And
I
like,
could
you know
totally
what?
see them doing it though, because they're like that talented to be like,
Yeah,
you
to
know, some
do
kind of
those
weird
little
thing.
glitchy
We'll
things.
see. I have to look that up.
I thought it was funny that you said glitch, and the minute you said glitch, it glitched.
Uh-huh.
I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It means that they did a great purposeful sound design to make you want that when they do it once and you're like, was that like something they meant to do? And then they're like, oh, you know, we did. So It was great, and I don't even know how you'd write something like that. You just kind of
I think it's all like, especially with those guys, it's probably
it's improv.
vamping. Yeah, it's probably just
Right.
vamping
Yeah.
on the same thing because it's kind of like the same, kind of the same thing through it and here and there. And he might have had maybe 2 or 3 parts, and they kind of just vamped on it until they went to the second part, or part A, B, and C kind of thing. I'm pretty sure it's what it kind of sounded like because they were definitely interplaying and they were definitely vibing off each other. So they were definitely changing up what they were playing based on what the other people were doing.
I remember when Snarky Puppy was like before Wolfpack. They were like it, and but I've still never seen them. Have you ever seen them live before, Aaron?
No, but this also reminds me of like Medeski did this trio thing. I think it's a trio called Mad Skillet,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and the bass is a like New Orleans trombone trombone or tuba. I'm sorry, it's a tuba.
Oh, okay.
The bass. And the grooves in this remind me of that. And the other thing that really got me with this too is like anytime songs have texture like that, I'm in 100%. Like sometimes some jazz will be kind of just, it's not nuanced. It's just kind of flat. There's no feeling. It's not thick. There's a lot of like texture. You're able to grab onto it and go.
And also, it's complicated without being pretentious, which I really like too. Because when you're doing jazz, it can be in like any prog in general. It's really, really hard to find the boundary between like soulless, self-masturbatory indulgence and like actually delivering a soulful performance in that genre.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
I can't
said
back
it.
that up.
Yeah, I said that.
I can't back that up.
Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.